You know, one of life's strangest contradictions is this. Your mind, the very thing designed to serve you, can also sabotage you. Isn't that something? It's like hiring a guard to protect your house, only to find out he's the one letting the thieves in. You see, the mind is a masterful servant, but a terrible master. And if you don't take charge of it, if you don't give it clear direction, it'll wander, it'll worry, and it'll whip up storms out of clear skies. Today, let me walk you through one of the most important discoveries I ever made, that your emotions don't belong in the driver's seat. Your thoughts must be trained. Your mind must be tamed. Because if you can't govern your own mind, how can you expect to master anything else? And once you understand this, truly understand it, you begin to realize something profound, that freedom doesn't start outside. It starts between your ears. Asterisk. Years ago, I woke up many mornings feeling trapped by my circumstances. No money in the bank, bills piling up, doors seemingly closed everywhere I turned. It felt like life was working against me. But over time, I came to realize something crucial. It wasn't my circumstances that were keeping me down, it was my mind. You see, the first step to changing your life is awareness. Without it, you're like a ship lost at sea, drifting without a compass, helpless against the storm. Your mind is constantly at work, shaping your reality by the thoughts it harbors. If you're unaware, those thoughts can run wild, planting seeds of doubt, fear, and limitation, just like weeds in a garden. And weeds don't ask permission. They grow because you neglect your mind. So the power lies in noticing those negative thoughts early, catching them before they take root and spread. I remember the day I truly started watching my thoughts like a farmer watches his fields. Whenever a negative idea sprang up, instead of letting it grow, I would challenge it. It was like pulling a weed out by the root before it choked my garden. That simple awareness became a game changer. The Stoic philosopher Epictetus once said, "You may not control events, but you can control how you respond to them." That truth starts with awareness, knowing what you think, understanding what you allow into your mind, and refusing to be a victim of your circumstances. Awareness gives you the chance to choose your thoughts intentionally. It is the beginning of transformation, because it's only when you see what's going on inside your mind that you can begin to steer your life towards success and peace. Without awareness, you are powerless. With it, you begin to take command. Many people believe that their unhappiness or frustration comes directly from the circumstances they face, the job they hate, the money they lack, or the people around them. I once thought the same way. I used to blame my bank account, my boss, even the economy for how I felt each day. But I learned a lesson that changed everything. It's not the circumstances that create negativity, it's how you think about them. Imagine two men stuck in the same traffic jam. One curses the delay, feeling angry and defeated, convinced the whole day is ruined. The other uses that same weight to reflect, plan, or simply breathe and reset his mindset. Both face the exact same situation, but their experiences are worlds apart. Why? Because it's not the event itself, but the story they tell themselves about it. The great philosopher Marcus Aurelius reminded us that the impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way. When you change your thinking, obstacles transform into stepping stones. Your mind has the power to turn what looks like a setback into a setup for growth. I remember early in my career, during tough financial times, feeling overwhelmed and trapped. Yet, Those moments pushed me to rethink how I approached money and opportunity. I stopped seeing scarcity and began seeing potential. The change wasn't outside me, it was inside me. You must realize that negativity is a choice, not a destiny. Your circumstances can reveal the challenges you face, but they don't dictate your response. The way you interpret life's events will either chain you down or set you free. Control your mind, and you control your emotions, no matter what life throws at you. When you accept this truth, you stop being a victim and start becoming the architect of your own life. Your mind is like a garden, fertile piece of land, ready to grow whatever you choose to plant. But here's the truth most people miss. They don't realize that if they don't intentionally plant good seeds, weeds will take over. These weeds are the negative thoughts, doubts, and fears that sprout up uninvited and grow quickly if left unattended. I've seen it in my own life. Early on, I didn't pay much attention to the thoughts I allowed to grow. I let worry and discouragement take root because I thought those feelings were just natural reactions to tough times. But those weeds quickly crowded out the seeds of confidence, hope, and determination. It wasn't until I took the time to consciously plant positive, empowering thoughts that my garden started to flourish. You must understand this: weeds don't need permission to grow, but good seeds need care, attention, and daily nourishment. If you want a mind full of optimism and strength, you have to plant those thoughts with intention. That means choosing what you think about, what you listen to, and what you say to yourself. The ancient philosopher Seneca once said, "The mind that is anxious about future events is miserable. Anxiety, worry, and fear are weeds in your garden. But gratitude, faith, and perseverance are the seeds that bring life." When you nurture the right thoughts, your mind becomes a place of peace and power. You see, negative thoughts have a way of sneaking in quietly, like thieves in the night. If you don't catch them early, they multiply and take over your mind before you even realize what's happening. That's why it's crucial to interrupt these patterns the moment they appear. It's not enough to wish negativity away or hope it disappears on its own, because it won't. Like a fire left unattended, it grows stronger and consumes everything around it. Interrupting a negative thought early is like pulling a weed before it flowers and spreads seeds. The longer you let it grow, the harder it becomes to uproot. Think about your daily conversations, not just with others, but the silent talks inside your head. When you catch yourself saying, "I can't," "this is too hard," or "nothing will work out," that's your cue. Stop. Acknowledge the thought, then shift. Replace it with a question or a positive affirmation. It's not magic, it's discipline. The discipline to watch your mind closely and refuse to let negativity settle. Every time you interrupt those patterns, you weaken their hold. And over time, your mind rewires itself, favoring optimism and strength. Remember, the battle for your mind isn't won by ignoring the weeds, it's won by catching them early and choosing what grows in your garden. Take control before negativity takes control of you. The ancient Stoics taught us to examine our thoughts rigorously. Marcus Aurelius said, "If you are distressed by anything external, the pain is not due to the thing itself, but to your estimate of it. And this you have the power to revoke at any moment." This is profound because it reminds us that our interpretations shape our reality more than the events themselves. By consistently questioning your negative thoughts, you weaken their grip. you open the door to possibility, to hope, and to action. It's like shining a light into a dark room. Once the shadows disappear, the fear vanishes too. Don't accept negativity at face value. Question it, challenge it, and watch how your mind begins to clear and your emotions settle. This is where true control begins. Too many people stay stuck, tolerating discomfort like sitting on a rusty nail. They complain about their situation, the stress, the missed opportunities, yet they refuse to move. It's as if the pain isn't quite sharp enough to push them into action. But here's the truth. Every day you stay seated on that nail, it's digging deeper, slowly draining your energy, your joy, your potential. I remember early in my life, I complained about my lack of money and resources. I thought if I just waited for the perfect moment or for my problems to disappear, life would improve. But the longer I sat in that place, the more I felt trapped. It was uncomfortable, but not unbearable yet. That was the danger. Comfort in discomfort keeps you chained. But the moment you decide you've had enough, that your desire for change outweighs your fear of discomfort, is when transformation begins. Taking action, even small steps, breaks the cycle of stagnation. It shifts your mind and your emotions from victimhood to victory. The philosopher Seneca said, "It is not that we have a short time to live, but that we waste much of it." Don't waste your life sitting on that nail, waiting for things to get easier. Get up, do something. Action creates momentum, and momentum breeds confidence. That's how you control your mind and your emotions. Not by waiting for perfect conditions, but by moving despite the discomfort. The time to act is now. Don't wait for the pain to become unbearable. Get up and take control. As we come to the close of this conversation, remember this. Controlling your mind and emotions is not some distant ideal reserved for a few. It is a skill within your reach, a discipline you can develop every single day. Your thoughts are the seeds from which your future grows. If you allow weeds of doubt, fear, and negativity to take root, your harvest will be limited. But if you intentionally plant seeds of awareness, challenge your negative thinking, and choose action despite discomfort, you will cultivate a life rich in confidence, peace, and success. It starts with a simple decision deciding that you will no longer be a passenger in your own mind. You will become the vigilant gardener, the wise master of your inner world. It requires commitment and practice, but the rewards are life-changing. So today, I challenge you, begin now. Notice your thoughts. Interrupt negativity the moment it appears. Question every discouraging idea before you accept it. And above all, take action, no matter how small. Each step forward weakens the grip of fear and strengthens your power over your mind and emotions. Your future depends on the choices you make right now. Choose to lead your mind, not be led by it. The garden of your mind is yours to cultivate. Plant with purpose and watch your life flourish.